nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar, master of all 4 elements, could stop them, but when the world needed them most, they vanished. 100 years passed and my brother and I discovered the new Avatar, an Airbender named Wayta. And although their airbending skills are great, they've got a lot to learn before they're ready to save anyone. I believe Wayta can save the world.
Hi, I'm Wayta, and I thought now would be as good a time as any to talk about Avatar. No, the one with bending. No, the show! No, I mean the good one. Oops, looks like I got the 2 people that enjoyed Korra angry. But like I said, now is a good time to talk about my absolute love of the show. Because it's on Netflix now, and there's an influx of new fans watching the show, like they should, because guys, this show is really amazing, and I'll be showing you all why. From its amazing characters to its detailed world building and stellar fight scenes. In fact, one of my favorite characters is Zuko. He's a really interesting character, he's actually really enjoyable to watch. Wait, hold on, let me just...
Your scar's on the wrong side!
But let's start with the basics. Avatar: The Last Airbender was a Nickelodeon show that began airing in 2005, created by Michael Dante DiMartino and Brian Konietzko, and had Aaron Ehas as its head writer. Also, Avatar's an anime fight me. Avatar follows a 112-year-old kid and his friends in their adventures trying to stop Kai from Ninjago from taking over the world. They travel around the world and get into crazy adventures in an effort to win the war against the Fire Nation, all by the end of the summer. It explores surprisingly deep themes in its 3-season run, and there's a lot of effort clearly shown in the way it represents the different aspects of Asian culture and martial arts. They put a lot of work into portraying each element's fighting style, although it's a bit inaccurate because there's a little more than just 4 elements. But I doubt people would care about the last nitrogen bender. This show had a lot of wacky moments here and there, but when it got serious, you could really tell. And a big part of it was contributed by its amazing and unique score, as well as its fantastically versatile animation. It could really sell slapstick and dramatic scenes at the snap of a finger. Not that finger. Also, the show had a surprising amount of horror in it, which totally didn't scar me as a child, and it definitely doesn't strike fear into my heart to this day. Seriously, what in God's name pushed somebody to create Ko the Face Stealer? Every element's combat style is actually inspired by a real-life martial art that was similar to each element's characteristics. Water being based off of Tai Chi for its fluid connective style of fighting. Earth being Hunglar for its low stances and emphasis on strength. Fire being Northern Shaolin Kung Fu for its dynamic footwork and fast attacks. Wait for it. And there we go. And finally, air being Bagua for its light circle walking techniques and 8-trigram palm. And I'm not gonna pretend I know what any of that meant, other than that Neji is apparently an airbender.
8 trigrams. 64!
Okay, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. This show is absolutely hilarious. It manages to balance the haha funny with the uh-oh serious, and I'm amazed with it every time I watch it. And there is one clear episode to point at for its comedic gold. The one, the only, Ember Island Players. Chances are you've probably heard someone else talk about this episode, and that just proves how funny it was. But it is a recap episode, so you won't get all of the references if you don't watch all the other episodes before it. It's filled with fan service, a lot of callbacks, references, and it's an overall good time. Avatar was the master of visual comedy and lively animation. Nothing was ever sitting still. In this scene, despite having Toph as the main focus, Katara was still moving and reacting to what she was saying. Compare this to another show that shall remain unnamed. You can see the major difference details like these make. And honestly, it's a testament to the amazing dedication that the South Korean studios JM Animation, DR Movie, and Moe Animation put in to make this show the treat that it is.
Look at those clear skies, buddy. Should be some smooth flying.
Well, we better smoothly fly ourselves to a market, because we're out of food.
Guys, wait. This was in my dream. We shouldn't go to the market.
What happened in your dream?
Food eats people. Also, Momo could talk. You said some very unkind things.
As the king of comedy, I, the legendary Diamondbolt, have decided to interrupt this segment to talk about the funny bass Chad King Sokka. Sokka is the funniest character in the show. He isn't the loud, annoying character, and he actually made jokes and was genuinely funny. Unlike some comic reliefs, he was a well-rounded character that could actually be serious at times. Most of his humor comes from his struggle to deal with being the team leader, and it's always a joy to see him suffer.
I'm starting to get some feeling back. Ow.
But other times it's just him being funny by just cracking jokes, so it's a lot more than just slapstick humor, because that can get very annoying very quickly. Also, Sansuki, best waifu.
It doesn't even look like that.
This looks like a good spot, Momo.
Avatar: The Last Airbender is a good show, but why though? Well, first of all, I'm gonna get that dumb shit out of the way. The art. I say that because I'm not an art man. I do not claim to be an art man, alright? I'm not a connoisseur of any kind. I do not go to art galleries and look at art and say, wow, that's art. But let me tell you, my friend, when I hear those bopping Avatar tunes, I am jamming out, because that is good shit. And, you know, this show has a lot of good shit. That's a theme, alright? Okay, think about how you would design, like, a temple, you know? Like, Japanese-style temple. Pretty simple, right? You know, it's right side up. It's right side up. Okay, but guess what? That's f***ing boring. And Avatar knows that's boring, because they designed a temple, and they made it upside down, and it's immediately way cooler than anything you could have designed. And I mean, there's just so much cool stuff in this show. The animation, for example, is just so, like, crazy. Everything is moving, like, all the time. The choreography and how the characters interact with the settings and fight scenes is all so expressive and meticulously planned out. It's just really something to behold, and I'm sure you can probably surmise this from the footage that is being shown. So I'll stop talking about this. And I mean, creative shit, like the designs, like the creature designs, for example, like they merge two animals together and they come up with these like crazy cool creature fusions. I mean, look at the turtle duck. It's very cute. It's a very cute design. Speaking of designs, I'd like to admit your attention to Avatar's excellent character designs. From the Earth Kingdom citizens to the Water Tribers to the Fire Nation soldiers, there are some iconic, imposing, and memorable designs on all fronts. Just look at all of these cool designs. These cool designs. You know what's also an often overlooked aspect of character design? Hairstyles. I mean, Avatar is just full of cool hairstyles. I mean, look at these guys' hairstyles. Very cool. Look at this guy. Also very cool. Look at this. Oh my. Oh dear. That's unfortunate. But do not weep for Ponytail Boy, because by the end of the first book, he ditches the ponytail. And you know what? His hair grows. And by book 2, his hair has grown some more. And by book 3, my man Zuko is rocking some beautiful anime boy locks. Oh my. And that right there is one of my favorite things about Avatar: The Last Airbender. It is the show's ability and brilliance in letting characters change, and I'm not just talking about trivial things like a character's hairstyle. Take our skateboard-haired friend Zuko here. While over the course of the series his hair may grow, alongside of it, Zuko grows as well. Over time, from exposure to the rest of the world, from the past, from the Avatar, and most of all, from the guidance of his father figure, Uncle Iroh, Zuko changes. From an angry, whiny kid, scarred and poisoned, from the Fire Nation's ideals of honor being gained by power, realizes how war only brings destruction and agony, and that the only way to reclaim one's honor is to look within oneself, and that more important than power are love, kindness, and happiness, sparking the creation of a million video essays around the internet. And this essential element of change is not unique to Zuko. This series-wide growth is something present in nearly every single character on the show, which is breathtakingly impressive considering how consistently well it is executed. From Sokka breaking free from the inherent misogyny of his home the Water Tribe, and Aang balancing his role as the Avatar with the position as the last living air nomad. These characters and their journeys are great all around. But here's the thing, you've heard this all before. Everybody on the YouTube sphere has already made a video telling you to watch this show. So what are you waiting for? Watch it, for God's sake, it's on freaking Netflix. This is Gashabomb. I'm out.
Before we get to the score, I'd like to talk about my favorite part of Avatar, which are the characters, but that's going to be in part 2 of this video, so expect that soon, and when it is out, I will put it in the description. But yeah, be careful, it does have spoilers, so only watch part 2 after you're done watching the show, because it has spoilers. And now for my score. I'm going to be doing 2 different types. One type for each book, and the other for the overall show. Let's start with book 1. I'm giving it a solid 7 out of 10. I was contemplating whether or not I was going to give it a 6 or a 7 out of 10, because I don't think book 1 is bad, it's just not really focused, and it makes it harder for viewers to get into it because a lot of it feels like filler. But then I remember the stellar finale, so I feel completely fine with the 7 out of 10. Book 2 gets a 9 out of 10. I know, I'm sort of biased, but it's honestly, like, the best book in the show. A lot of stuff happens, and a lot of the characters are fleshed out, and we learn a lot about them. The character arcs range from Zuko striking out on his own, evolving as a person, and going through, like, a whole crazy metamorphosis, to Iroh just screwing around until he makes a tea shop. And honestly, that's what I love about this book. And its high score doesn't necessarily mean the other books are trash, it just speaks to the amount of quality that book 2 had overall. Also, this book introduced Toph, and I'm giving book 3 an 8 out of 10. Now, I know that that's somewhat controversial to say, but one of the highlights of book 3 was Zuko's redemption and reconciliation with Iroh. And this redemption didn't come out of nowhere, it actually had foreshadowing and little moments hinting that he wasn't actually evil. Unlike some redemption arcs, of course. But they can't all be winners. And also the finale had some top-tier animation. But overall, I'm giving Avatar: The Last Airbender a 10 out of 10. Oh boy. I'm probably not gonna give this to any other thing ever, but this show is fantastic. Avatar: The Last Airbender is, and always was, one of the best shows that Nickelodeon put out there. And to this day, it's widely regarded as such. And it's honestly great to see that new people are taking interest into the show. But it sucks that it never got a sequel. I said it sucks that it never got a sequel! hi again, guys. It's me, Wayta. Anyways, this video took way longer than expected, so I am sorry for that, but I hope it was all worth it. And to all of you new people that are watching this, I hope you like my content, and if you do, and only if, hit subscribe maybe, you know? Check out some other videos. But only subscribe if you enjoy them, because I don't want you to feel obligated. Yeah, dude. Like the video if you want, it helps with the algorithm. And a big, sincere thank you to all of you that subscribed recently and showed so much support in the last video. It means the world to me. I'm doing a Q&A after the part 2 of this video. But yeah, oh my god, we got so much fan art, and it's crazy. Thank you all. It makes me happy. Thanks. I'll be showing it on screen if I can fit it all. The other half will probably be in part 2, so if your fan art doesn't show up in this one, that's why. Also, yeah, join my Discord. And also, follow my Twitter, cause I do the funnies and I post a lot of my art there. So yeah. I also post a lot of my work in progress stuff and a ton of memes. If that's your cup of tea, you'll feel right at home, I guess. Yeah, see you guys later, I guess. I don't know.